Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm ready to talk about Summer House, but first, we should tell the people who we are. I'm Jen.
I'm Neal.
We watch reality television. We're in a relationship. I'm Canadian.
I'm not.
That's all we got now because I was a teacher. Whoa, that's the first time I said was. I'm currently a teacher, but I plan on maybe quitting my job. Whoa, was that the first time I've come to terms with it? Ooh, I might be in the middle of a crisis. 60 seconds
So
in.
is Frank.
We've told you guys that we threw our couch out during spring cleaning without even a plan to have another one. And you gotta stop with the straw. Neal's a fidgeter with picture, you know that drummer from high school who was always twiddling whatever looked like a stick? That's Neal, but he doesn't play drums.
Right.
He's good with his hands. We are watching the first episode of the reunion of Summer House. How many seconds in are we on this?
The reunion actually just started. He's still saying hello to everybody.
I love... Ooh, this is really preying on people's scandals right now. But I love when it's gone. I don't know what I love.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I love when there's enough scandal going on and enough active-ish that you have a moment like that. So the reunion opens with Kyle and Lindsay sitting down on couches to do confessionals for In the City. And so they were together in a building when Amanda posted the statement that she and West, it's new, but we supported each other as friends and now we're together statement came out. So that's how the reunion starts. I work with technology, and for some reason I'm impressed that Lindsay knows how to have multiple people in a phone call.
Remember trying to do that back in the day?
Right? I'm like, oh my gosh, Jessie called her and she's like, hold on, let me get Mia in. And I'm like, what? You're just gonna talk to two people on the phone at the same time? And then Carl's there, but I think he's on Kyle's phone.
He's a mess.
And then, so they're all having a group conversation slightly over the phone about it, comparing what they think timelines to be. Kyle saying there have been blind items, aka Demois posts, dating back to June. Who said they were definitely together in January? Was that Mia? Everyone has their moments where they're like, I can snap back and say this is when it actually started. In my mind. Jesse, is he just calling Lindsay to get ahead and be like, this is the first time I've heard it, that it's true. And I've heard it officially. Did Jesse know? We've had this conversation 1,000 times.
100%.
But you think they're not as good friends as
I don't think Jesse's going to burn bridges like that. I think
Wes?
he's going to bro code it.
Oh, I don't think he'll... if he knew, we'll never know that he knew.
Right, yes.
But does he have plausible deniability in that, hey, you know what, me and Wes just, aren't actually friends when we're not filming? We started out as bros, now we don't really see each other in the city. Because otherwise, if you were still, actively BFFs, you knew.
He definitely knew.
So this is why I had to come to you guys 6 minutes in. Andy is...
Not even.
Okay, excellent. Andy is saying his hellos to everybody. Kyle is talking about how it's his first time on the other side of the couch, and how he's actually not the biggest villain this season, and how bittersweet that is. Then he goes to Amanda, says hi to Amanda. Amanda says she's ready to give answers and look everyone in the face and explain and apologize to Kyle and Sierra. So she says that. apologize to Kyle and Sierra. Sierra turns to Kyle and mumbles, at least now she can say our names. And Amanda said, what? And Sierra said, at least now you can say our names. And Amanda goes, ugh, like she kind of scoffs. And I said, pause. If you watch this podcast, it is not something to watch. If you watch it with your ears, you know that I'm Amanda apologist. But she is going full Kyle in this moment. You can't have this practiced hello where you say, I'm going to take accountability, look everyone in the face and apologize. And then when the people you need to apologize to maybe give the indication that they're not ready to accept the apology, be like, what? That's such a Kyle move.
Yeah.
I need to talk to Amanda to apologize to Amanda. Amanda's not ready to talk right now. Oh, why can't we just talk? Okay, so the apology isn't for Amanda. It's for you to do. So same thing, Amanda. Your apologies aren't for Kyle and Sierra. They're for you. That's why they're not ready to accept them. Of course, we are 24 hours out from this reunion.
And we're a month after the reunion.
Right. But I was going to talk about how you've had, like, you must have seen 1,000 things today being on social media.
Of course. I mean, nothing.
I don't consider it spoilers when it's people sitting down talking.
There's nothing in this reunion that's going to unearth anything new. I
don't think we're ever going to get a definitive timeline.
Right.
I hope we get more insight into what everyone else thinks the timeline is, the way we did see Mia being like, well, it was definitely at least January. Like, obviously they did something in January, and someone else has proof from February. So obviously we need to actually watch this.
Yes.
Tell me how Reddit feels first.
Reddit
and I'll
is
see if I agree with them.
Anti-Sierra. I guess Anti-Sierra.
You said 50-50.
Oh, it's shifted.
Or did you say 80-20?
I said 80-20.
That's crazy.
A lot of people are just sick of her. And it goes back to that you, quote unquote, dated this dude for 3 weeks 3 years ago. Get over it. Like, we're tired. This isn't Scandival. Move on. You're not Ariana. Sorry. That's the general...
You're not living in a house together, and this is a 9-month affair. No one, like...
It's not an affair to begin with. That's
on West's side, either way. It could be for Amanda.
Yes.
We don't know if there's overlap with Kyle. She is saying... she will never say there was.
Right.
Like, Kyle, remember on the finale, he was like... on the premiere of In the City, he's like, even if it was emotional...
Yeah.
Like, emotional cheating. I think you can... To me, there was emotional cheating. They had feelings for each other this summer. You can tell just by the way she acts around him, the way they, like, gravitate towards each other. Like, that's two people who want to be around each other.
Yeah.
Like, the way I would go out of my way to see you... Like, Taylor Swift sings in So High School. I need to find you just so I can hide from you. Like, that high school feeling... They were feeling that for each other this summer.
Yes.
Here's the problem, and here's my issue with the public for turning on Sierra. If this reunion had aired the night after the information came out, we'd all be clapping and clicking our nails for all of Sierra, everything she's saying against them.
Right.
We're maybe over it, because now time has passed. Anyone who's pro Amanda and West, that's crazy. There's way too much complications there for you to be pro that relationship. But
I don't know if it's... I wouldn't say it's pro.
Just anti-Sierra.
Just let them live.
Right.
It's just move on. There is no reason for you to be so hung up on this anymore.
My initial take, and we'll see how mean Sierra gets, because I know there is a moment where she's going to get mean, and I would like to hear her delivery and see other people's reactions before I give my take on it. This is her first time seeing them face to face. this is what a reunion is for, I say bravo to her for facing them and defending herself. That has to be listen, as someone who went through an actual scandal, like way worse than what Sierra is experiencing, if I had to sit down across from my ex-husband and his mistress, that would be literal hell.
Yes.
So can we give her some grace for going through literal hell? Whether or not you think she's overreacting, whether or not she feels this strongly about, you feel that she feels a certain way about the situationship, this is how she felt. This is how she felt about him. This is how she feels. Whether you think it's too strong for a situationship, who cares? The fact is she feels it.
Right.
So give her some grace. You just got Frank's immediate attention because you freaking drumsticked the straw again. Yeah. Which is a paper straw wrapped in paper because we live in Canada and that's why it's important for them to know that. Because when they hear paper straws in the background, they'll know where we're from.
Okay, we're going to go watch the rest
Guys,
of this.
I'm so amped for this. I might need to do freaking jumping jacks. I don't have kids, but that would probably still make me pee. Okay, guys, we'll be right back.
Hey guys, we're back.
We made it.
Sorry if you, it sounds different now. It's because we're in a different position in the same echoey room. We finished the reunion without pausing to rant anymore.
Right.
Some of that was hard to watch.
Yeah?
I took notes.
You took notes. I took mental notes.
I realized that the reason I wanted to podcast in the first place was to ask you how you felt about the statement not apologizing to Kyle and Sierra, not even mentioning them. So I got mad because Amanda scoffed, but the root of it is Sierra saying, oh, now she can say our names, at least she can say our names, because they weren't mentioned in the statement. Was that the time to mention them?
I think Amanda was trying to articulate this. That would have been weird to me had she singled out. I get it.
I'm apologizing publicly so that I don't get the same amount of backlash.
But it's
what
also,
these apologies are for now.
Why am I apologizing to just Sierra and Kyle in a message? Then it's going to be like, well, why didn't you apologize to everybody else for ruining this?
I don't think anyone would expect that. I think people would have looked at her as not genuine.
I don't think she had any chance of winning. Like in all of this, she has no chance of winning.
Because she did something wrong.
And West has no chance of winning.
Because he did worse.
Right. There's just, no matter what either of them would have done, someone on the internet would hate them for it.
I do think there should have been some sort of public acknowledgement, but I actually do think Amanda did a good job in that moment of articulating, because Andy is asking the good questions outright. Did you text everyone? Did you text everyone? Which, yes, Amanda did. Texted and apologized to everybody. And did you send a personalized apology to Sierra? And the answer was yes. So to me, she gets some points for that. West didn't even text everybody. He didn't. This is how obsessed, obviously, he is with clout and fame. He didn't text anyone if they weren't a main character.
Right.
And it's a reality show. Mm. That's fucked. He only texted the main characters. He's like, well, I didn't text Bailey and KJ and Levi. Because I only texted the people it would affect. The show, this is such a scandal that the show could or could not survive from it. So, if you're talking about people's livelihoods, we always say this. If you're talking, food on my table, you've impacted me. Yeah. Send me a text to be like, hey, sorry that I've been spitting all over you. Sorry that you probably have 15,000 DMs right now. Either way, they're impacted. People can be like, oh, KJ, is so dramatic. I thought KJ had a beautiful moment that we're not going to get into because you made me angry. You were right. Andy started with, let's address the elephant in the room.
I knew he'd say that because that's what he does when there's a scandal.
Mia and Bailey are shining stars.
Yes.
We got a complete timeline according to Amanda and West. First kiss was that night after a brunch that they like all went out to. So like go to brunch with your soon to be ex-husband and friend and roommate and filming person, make out that night. Okay. First, what was the other thing? They said they didn't have sex until after the statement. So they put out the statement they hadn't slept together yet? After the statement?
But this is what people brought up. They're like, but you put out this, she admitted she put out the statement because there was a video of her and West that she wanted to get in front of.
Right, but is it possible that she's just, like, on top of him making out?
Oh, maybe.
Like, is it possible it's not a sex tape? Or is it that they're lying? Because when she said it was all very PG, Jesse said, why are you still lying? So, obviously, Jesse's threshold is, okay, the gig is up. Like, just tell the truth. Right. Which, to me, now implies that he knew.
He knew.
Because if you're saying, why are you still lying? You have to know the truth in order to know what someone is lying about.
He knew.
If someone is lying. Levi. ... Talks about Ben's secret girlfriend, but she had a secret boyfriend the whole time, which is why she's not going to be invited back, and why you say producers have now said you have to, like, confirm that you are single if they're casting for Summer House from now on.
Put PIs on all of the potential cast members.
Well, you know what? You should, because you don't do enough background check now.
Right.
I mean, this is kind of a different case because it's always, like, friends of friends, so they're, like, decent people because they're, like, working professionals in New York. Yeah. Like, if you could afford an apartment in New York... Oh, I shouldn't make a broad statement. What did you just break?
Nothing. My foot.
Did you really?
No. Continue.
Ben's anger issues.
Yeah, that Bailey goes off on this dude, which, like, she was totally right.
Whew, I was afraid there for a second. He likes to reprimand women.
Yes.
He totally overreacted to her this summer.
Yes.
He was dating Sabrina the whole time.
Everybody knew that.
So why is it not okay that Levi did it? Oh, because Ben was more of a success on the show? Kick Ben off, too. I used to say keep Ben and Sabrina as supporting characters. I don't even, like, just to
I think
bulk up the cast.
I think they have more of a problem with the women having boyfriends than they do the guys having girlfriends.
It's a double standard.
Yes, but that's probably more appealing to viewers.
Secret girlfriend. Then what do we talk about? Oh, I thought Bailey did a great job, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think she was too harsh. Someone did say, oh, I think we're unlocking something here. Hard bar. Oh, yes, this leads to the discussion about hard bar. Because Ben's defense, ooh, if you're going to come with a defense, you had all this time to assume that there was going to be a conversation about this, and this is your defense. Oh, but you liked it when Carl got angry? Sir, I didn't like it when you got angry because you were yelling at and about me. I liked it when Carl's neck veins were bulging because he was defending Amanda.
Right.
He was defending a woman.
Yeah, chivalry.
You're on the wrong side here, Ben. Even if she did cross a line, he didn't handle it right.
Right.
And that he's trying to be like, I am the calm one, and I'm the mature one, that's like a manipulative tactic of dudes, and it rubs me wrong. But like Sabrina's so lovely but then that's what Bailey ended with. She's like, she could do better.
Yeah.
Imagine saying that to someone's face.
Well,
good for her.
She'll say it to yeah.
Hard bar. So we talk about whether Bailey and Carl are together. They are not together. They talk about their age difference. It's 31 and 41, and they're like, oh, that's not that much. And I do tend to, even though I have some trauma, I do tend to think once you're over like 30, a 10-year age difference or more.
Carl's just not that into her.
Yeah, isn't that
That's just the end.
He was trying to politely decline.
Yes. He did a great job.
I thought so too. I do now, being in my mid-30s, think there's a huge difference between 31 and 41. Now that our generation is like having kids later, I think 41 is like normal for kid having now. So like Carl's like, I'm dating with intention. I'm not just like going out to have fun. Whereas at 31 now, like you still are.
She kind of does have a kid. It's Levi.
Like you don't hear 31 now and think like, oh, you better settle down.
Right. Can't afford to.
Dang, you brought it there. Hey.
Next up.
I'm a socialist. I got no more notes.
All right, well.
This is where I stopped paying attention for a bit.
I am over Lindsay. She wasn't in the show enough to warrant...
To have third chair?
To have third chair and to chime in on every single thing.
She's like narrating / hosting /
yes.
Not as much as I thought she was going to, though. She's had some quiet moments. Like, she certainly let Sierra speak.
Has she ever said a word to West? Like, that's why I don't think...
She brought him on the show.
Right,
she
but
knew him first.
They've never interacted this past season. Like, I don't think they talked.
No, I don't think they did either.
Because she was barely there, so, like, it's weird to me that she's so involved in this.
I liked when she clocked West. I think...
She's trying hard to be the audience stand-in.
She is trying really hard to be the Greek chorus.
Yes.
Yes. But not even... Yeah, you're exactly... Even more so.
Sierra...
My music teacher wants me to play a flute solo in the towel.
That's amazing. You should do it.
I would not in a million years.
Sierra got really heated.
Here's what I think is definitely true. West is the most fraudulent person on the stage. I don't know if he knows who he is. If he does, and the way he moves is intentional, that makes it even worse. But, like, I believe Lindsay and Sierra when they talk about him being a completely different person off the show, like living two completely separate lives. So I do think that every move he makes on TV is intentional. I don't know about Lindsay's point of, wow, you were almost drawing me in that moment, West. I can see how girls fall for it. I didn't think he was doing that well, as I continue to think he's done terribly at reunions up to and including this point.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was my final point.
Sierra
does get mean.
She does, and she... Like, there was sort of a timeline established with her and West. So...
She slept over at his house twice this fall.
Yes. Well,
do you think Amanda knew that? I wish the camera had gone to Amanda in that moment, because Andy asked Amanda if she knew about Sierra and West's makeout at the end of summer, aka in the finale. And he's like, did you know about their interactions? And Amanda said, not to that extent. So do you think, as in not to that extent, I didn't know until I was sitting down watching the finale?
Probably.
Like, me and West are currently banging, and he never brought up to me that they made out.
Okay, so that
Amanda's not the cool girl she pretends to be.
Okay, so that 8 months earlier.
Right.
But if you're gonna stick to your timeline, then you can't be upset by that.
That's why I want to see her face at all times as these things come
Amanda
out.
Cam.
Yes. Did you know? But then that's so emotionally exploitative too. I feel so bad with the way the episode ended. Like asking her outright, did you know about the girlfriend? Or the girl who was claiming was exclusive with him, which she was. He admits. It's so... When he admits to something, he cops to it so freely that you must be like, hey, this guy's not lying. But then he literally dances around other shit and gives non-answers that you're like, oh, this dude is a fraud.
His go-to is, I do things differently than other people, and I apologize for that.
Yeah, he's like, we weren't exclusive. But then it's like, oh yeah, she came out to see me the night before Watch What Happens Live. She brought me that tie. Like, he's saying that as like a gotcha, like, oh, you thought you were like finding me out about something. I'm just going to admit to it.
Right.
But it's like, that's the 1 out of 5 things you admit to. Don't act like this absolves you of anything. Wes was driving me bonkers. Thank you for that incredible imitation.
He just... I feel like he's sweating hot dog water.
I know we like beat this joke to death, but I need you to know that we do it off podcast too.
Yes.
Like Neal looked at me while I was eating, while we were watching the first 5 minutes before we came to you to podcast, and said, do you think he sloshes when he walks? Like the verb slosh, which is an onomatopoeia. Look it up. ONOMATOPOEIA. I know how to spell that because of a commercial from the 90s. That's why it's important to know we're millennials. That's the other thing we need to tell them. But I can't say I'm a millennial, you're not, because we're literally born a year apart.
He... I don't know.
Thank you for that second incredible impression of West. I will take it from here.
I apologize.
Are we going to talk about the end of the episode? Is that where we're at? I'm going to kill you.
I don't even remember what happened Sierra went like crazy on Amanda. My big problem with Sierra is the world doesn't revolve around you. I'm sorry.
In the first 3 minutes after we paused this podcast to go watch, I was jogging on the spot, getting my energy out, and I looked at Neal and I said, Sierra looks bad. Like, she's coming off as so angry and mean that it's hard to watch, and I think that's why viewers are turning against her, because it's hard to watch. Again, I will defend, she's allowed to feel her feelings. You can't judge whether they are the right or wrong feelings in this moment. I think her approach is too harsh.
Yeah. And there is no amount of money that you could bet me where I would agree that this is some big calculated strategy by West. I'm sorry. He's not that smart.
Listen, Sierra is the most beautiful creature I've ever laid my eyes on. That's the most self-absorbed thing I've ever heard, to be like, he's with you to get back at me. Like, I don't think he thinks about you.
Right. I don't think so either. Which is
why people are screaming, like, get over it!
She went from Austin to West.
Who also walked all over her.
Yes!
Which we're not victim blaming, by the way.
No. But, like, he's not... If he's
Let it go.
If he's a mastermind, then you're saying you're really dumb.
Dang.
So, there you go.
No, I think you're literally saying he's like a master manipulator. Which is crazy, though, because like he lost his job. Does a master manipulator get fired from their job?
I've seen clips of his podcast. He's not... It's not like off camera he's all of a sudden Albert Einstein.
I thought you were going to give some like real world example. You went straight for Albert.
He's just a dude that played football that was probably in a frat at Montana State.
I thought you were still talking about Einstein.
No.
I was like, football? Oh my god, he's so well-rounded. How did he have time for that?
I don't think football was popular back during...
Invented?
Well, no, it was definitely a thing back in the early 1900s.
Look at me like you think I know when Einstein was alive. Sometimes I have no concept of that generational stuff. Like, when was the Renaissance? I feel like I should know that.
1700s, 1500s, 1400s,
Like,
1600s?
that's... Thank you.
Between 14 and 18, I feel like the Renaissance happened.
That's a 400-year time gap. See? Okay, you're no better than me. Okay, good. I did love I love that they talked Sierra up. I love the segment of you're successful, you're beautiful, you bought your parents' house, let's focus on just your storyline. I hate that Andy went over and was like, West, how did you feel about it? But now I realize that he was segueing into the conversation about Sierra finally letting her walls down, letting West back in this summer, and it almost immediately turning into making out. You can't sit down with your buddy and be like, oh, being with her is magical, and think that doesn't mess with a girl's brain.
So, I have a complaint.
Lay it on me.
This was from, like, the stuff that came out a while ago from the reunion. And it was I had a problem with her, oh, you're still legally married. Do you know how long a divorce takes?
Do I know?
Especially when there's a company involved.
Do I know?
Like,
you and I were officially in a relationship before I was divorced on paper.
Right.
And you didn't even express interest in me for 8 months after my separation.
Right.
So I had been celibate and single for 8 months. What window is appropriate for you, Sierra?
And, like, they hated each other
for the 7 years before that.
Yeah, that was a weird hill to die on. So
I'm so glad you brought that up because you know I rant about it. Yes. Sierra said, okay, but there's a million guys out there. Why did it have to be your best friend's ex? Okay, well then fight that fight. Don't be like, well, by the state of New York, you're still married. Okay. So every married woman, until there's they're not going to be divorced.
Well, then hold
like
Kyle to that standard too, because he's been with other women.
Right, which they're both allowed to do. Let that go. The arguments, like, you don't have to pile up every argument. Just argue the strong ones.
Yeah.
So let the you're still married thing go. If you want to accuse her of cheating on Kyle, okay. But then you have to be talking about when, like, before they were separated.
Right.
Which Kyle would need to be honest with us about when that was. Which, like, obviously, I guess wasn't this summer. Or if it was, they're never going to cop to it because they're acting like they were together through the show.
Right.
Because in the city, how do you sit down and in the city and say, I'm moving out? That means up to that point, she was not moved out. I mean, it doesn't mean they were even talking. But they obviously weren't officially separated. All the location stuff, that's crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't know that they checked her location and saw she was at West's apartment. That must have made your gut drop. And then she called Amanda, and Amanda didn't pick up. And Amanda's like, I picked up 30 minutes later. And Sierra's like, yeah, when we, like, called in the group chat. When Mia called in the group chat, but you wouldn't answer me. That's nuts. Imagine as Amanda seeing Sierra call you, and you're guilty, you're at West's house, then seeing Mia call you, and being like, oh, holy shit, they know.
Yeah.
What a mess. What a mess. That
Carl's
was only
a
part
mess.
one.
Yeah.
Carl's a mess.
But okay. How much more? Like, is it? Are we at the beat a dead horse part? Like, we're not gonna.
Well,
what
yes,
else?
because we're only at part one.
What more could there be? Like, they're not gonna change the timeline all of a sudden. They've already covered. Like, there's really nothing.
Well, we have Andy asking, "Are you in love?" Right? He does ask that.
Okay.
We obviously need to address Kyle's blow up. He was originally this whole. If this didn't come out, this whole reunion would have been about
Kyle.
how terribly he treated Amanda and his big fight with Carl.
Right.
So we have to spend, like, I would say a good chunk of next episode on that.
Yeah.
Though that was the last episode, so that we might talk about that in 3. Yeah, what else do you talk about?
I mean, pertaining to the Amanda.
You
and
don't
West.
want to beat Amanda and West to death. Yeah.
I just, like, what else? I'm genuinely asking, like, what else? They've pretty much covered everything I can think of.
They really, like, bounced around.
Yeah. I know Andy. There's some random, hey, Jesse, which cardboard cutout got the most action? We got to fill these 3 parts.
Because they
Or,
really just jumped into things, which is, again, why I felt like Sierra came off looking a little bad. Because unless it was editing, and this was already, like, 45 minutes into the conversation, she came off, like, steaming too soon.
yeah.
Like, too mean too soon. Which brings me back to the final statement. I will paraphrase because I don't want to look it up. She says... No, I gotta look it up. You gotta kill time while I look it up.
La 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 la.
No. Wow, I was gonna say no pressure, but you
Elevator
absolutely
music.
blew it.
Okay, so what else do they have to talk about during Kyle's multiple big blow-ups? Kyle versus Carl. Did Jesse even
Well, we're gonna bring out Sabrina, right?
Yes.
And Dara.
No, Sabrina, I don't think she was part of it, was she?
I don't remember now.
Definitely bring out Dara, and they're probably going to ask about her and Ben. Did Jesse have a storyline this season? Oh, he was... Early in the season, it was about him trying to get with Sierra.
Oh, yeah.
So
Do we even, like, talk about that?
I'm sure they'll bring up, hey, how are your interactions with... Like, how do you feel about that? When Wes was like, dude, that's weird that you're trying to get with Sierra.
Sabrina just posted, "My beautiful mom and Ben, heart is full." And it's her mom kissing Ben on the cheek.
That's...
She is his PR team.
yeah.
But I mean, good for her. If she's his girlfriend and he treats her right, then you go defend your man. Like West and Amanda are not doing for each other. Which I said, like, Neal, I would just need you to give me some, like, encouraging grunt to show that the people around us that you, like, have my back.
Well, she still has to storm off the stage.
Well, she doesn't storm. She says she needs a minute. There have been stormier storms.
Do you have whatever?
No, I don't. So keep going.
Well, I might just end the podcast. Let's go.
No, I have to. Oh, did you
I'm
just threaten
kidding.
me?
I'm kidding. Other storylines. Jesse didn't really have a storyline after the first couple episodes. Who else is in the house?
You could talk about how West and Amanda look
Yeah, they're
like they just tumbled out of bed and ended up in Rome.
yeah, they fled to Rome yesterday, the day or 2 days ago before the reunion aired, and you know, they've been roaming around in the same outfits they've been wearing for the last 3 months.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Okay, I found it.
Okay, we're all ready.
So the credits are rolling.
Credits are rolling.
Sierra saying, "I honestly think the best woman for West is someone who's not going to check him on anything, and that's totally Amanda. She's very mute. She's going to be that weak figure that he needs, and he can always be the star in the relationship. I actually think it could work."
But if anything, this season has shown that that's not who she is.
I think the point is that Amanda's so quiet.
But
that they
she
keep
was
calling
shit
her
all
the same
over
thing.
Kyle constantly. Like, So I don't agree with.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she's not going to just be this.
But I think but it goes back to, again, Danielle yelling at Kyle, saying, you may be able to speak to Amanda like that, but you're not going to speak to me like that.
Yeah.
So Amanda has always been steamrolled by I think that was mean to say because of that, the past of basically like Kyle walks all over you. We know Sierra feels like Kyle treats Amanda like crap. So she was basically saying Amanda's perfect for West because she'll let him treat her like crap, just like she let Kyle do for the last 9 years.
Right.
That's mean. Kyle said, "Oh, that's a little harsh," to Sierra, and Sierra says, "She's your wife, not mine." She's just too mean to everyone. Like, Kyle's on your side. She's your wife, not mine. As much as I was like, oh, yeah, girl, go.
That's not the gotcha you thought that was.
Right, it's mean. And Kyle was like, it was even hard for, like, me to hear. And he starts tearing up. Because that's a slight at Kyle, too.
Right.
You choose the dudes who are going to be the star, and you stand in the background, and you let them, and they walk all over you.
Yeah.
So that's mean to Kyle. Also, it's hard to hear about Amanda as Kyle. So it's like, have a little bit of acknowledgement of the people around you and make sure you don't bring them down in your takedown of Amanda and West.
Right.
And right now, I think Sierra is being a little reckless with her words. And I don't know, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but them, like, telling each other to F off and, like, yelling it. Like, they both, at different points, said it to each other. Meanly. Like, these girls hate each other. It's hard to watch.
Yeah.
But I will. Watch, I will.
With that?
For you. But not for you, because I would watch it anyway. Guys, we would watch it anyway. Thank you for sticking with me while I take my gummies and make life decisions and have crises. Neal is in the process of trying to get all of our podcasts somewhere where you can actually listen to it, and we would love it if you did. Okay, thanks, bye, we love you, bye.
Bye-bye.